will be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this will be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
Many wondered if the Eagles gave up way too much to get the #2 pick from Cleveland in order to draft Carson Wentz. But after his freshman campaign in the NFL, I think people believe they see positive signs from a big, strong-arm guy, an intelligent guy, and a really competitive player.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since what, 2010, his rookie year, and 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now Wentz throwing out 2nd down. Oh, now he bowls him over. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And Hill running right through it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there,
and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blount from 19 yards away. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. That time, a 6-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. On the return, this is Rashad Ross now. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here's the first carry of the game for the former Eagle, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll go again to McCoy. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Now it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Colton Schmidt, 4th-year man from UC Davis, on to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Sproles, the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles take possession. Here's the Bills defense now as they head out to defend here. They struggled that last drive. They were kind of hit 2 ways, both with the run and the pass.
And I love how you brought hit into it, because a lot of defense coordinators like to show a little cut-up film the night before a game. They usually have some boxing in there, and it always shows the guy being the aggressor, the guy on his toes punching, not back on his heels taking punches, and that's where this defense was in the last possession.
They were on their heels. Will they be on their heels again? Let's see.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
On first down, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Philadelphia after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Wentz now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends in a touchdown run by LeGarrette Blount. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. We focus our attention now on the Eagles' defense. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast. But it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. Now a play fake here on first down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and that'll bring up second down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Powering his way forward. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here we go.
On second down, it's McCoy. Oh, good move. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Taylor now to throw on third down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now Sproles. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now LeGarrette Blount gets set to go again on offense. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's LeGarrette Blount, 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles add on to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I
there?
didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, is our focus here in this player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step away.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Room here to run. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Point after now from Sturgis. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. On second down, Taylor. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
On third down, here's McCoy. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Sproul so quick and agile. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first and 10, here's Wentz. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. This, of course, week 2 of the preseason, but we did have a couple of teams that got the extra game. The Hall of Fame game was played on a Thursday this year between Arizona and Dallas.
Yeah, and they welcomed in this year's Hall of Fame class of 2017. And what a class it was. Morton Anderson, the kicker, Terrell Davis, Kenny Easley, Jerry Jones, Jason Taylor, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Kurt Warner.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll go again to Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
The first throw now for the backup, Nathan Peterman. Eagles pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us to look now at the Bills' defense. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The first throw for the backup, Foles. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the 2nd half, interesting.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Peterman. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Now it's Peterman toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On fourth down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hauschka's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. Now Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second down, goal to go from the 6. This is Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Here we go now.
On third and goal, Peterman. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Looking for a pass, offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills are forced to settle for 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And some room to work. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 91 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one good for a 91-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Caught it just inside the 10 at the 9, and his feet did the rest. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Watch two. Set. Green 39.
Now Peterman. Throw left side complete. That's Holmes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And now it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. Here we go now.
Now they'll throw it with Peterman. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
All right, here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Peterman. And it's incomplete. Rod Streeter, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now.
To throw again is Peterman. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now Peterman looking for the end zone. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, 40 yards. And the Eagles continue to roll.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Point after now from Sturgis. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Second down, Peterman. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Third and 2. Now Peterman. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did win.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Peterman. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing now, Peterman on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And on 2nd and 10 now. Out of the gun, Peterman. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Zay Jones was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete.
Here we go now.
2nd and 10 now, Peterman. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bills on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing once more. Peterman. There's the first NFL catch for East Carolina's Zay Jones. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now it's Peterman. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.